Students choose online courses for many different reasons. Some need the flexibility of scheduling because of work or family obligations. Some prefer to learn alone at home. Some take online courses because they couldn't find a face-to-face class to fit into their schedule. No matter what the reason that you chose online learning, there are specific traits that seem to be common for successful online students. Let's take a look at a few of these today. Successful online students know how to manage their time well. I can't emphasize the importance of this quality enough. I see too many students who procrastinate and then try to catch up at the last minute in an online course. This is a recipe for disaster. I recommend that one of the first things you do when you enter your online course for the first time is to locate the syllabus and find the outline of all course activities along with their due dates. Take these due dates and sit down in front of your own personal calendar. See when the best time for studying and turning in assignments will be for you. Block specific days and times for coursework just like you do in the face-to-face class. Do not leave it up to chance that you will finish work on time. Know when and how you will accomplish your course task and stick to your schedule. It's also a good idea to make sure that you do not wait until the last minute to turn in your coursework. For example, let's say that your instructor has a test online for you to take and it's due by midnight on Monday night. You sit down at 10 p.m. to start your test and your computer won't start. This leaves you 2 hours to either figure out what's wrong with your computer or to try to get to another computer in time. You see where I'm going here. I recommend that you try to finish any work that's due at least 24 hours before the due date in order to leave you time to address any issues like this one. Successful online students also understand the importance of a designated study location. I know this sounds strange, but research studies support this notion. We all have different learning styles and preferences, but the one common element necessary for success is to find a study environment that's free from distraction. You can accomplish more in 30 minutes of uninterrupted time than you could in an hour filled with distractions. When I took my first online course, I was the mother of 3 children, all involved in school and extracurricular activities, and I also worked 30 hours in addition to an 18 to 21 hour course load at school. Finding a location free from distraction was challenging for me, but in the long run, it aided my success. Some of the unusual but effective places that I studied included a pop-up camper on a family vacation trip, Starbucks with my headset on and playing music, sitting at the beach alone, and also the school library. You get the idea. You may have to be creative, but if your education and accomplishing your goals is important to you, then you'll think ahead and designate your distraction-free place to study. Another trait that I want to discuss ties in what you've already discussed with us. Successful online students learn how to maintain a balance between school and their personal lives. There's no set prescription for how to do this, but I want you to learn to be very conscious of this. School does not have to dominate your life, but you will need to find a place to fit this into your already busy life. I'll revisit what we talked about earlier about designating a time and a place to study. Share this with your family and friends and get them to support you in your efforts. The important takeaway from this message is to make your plan, share with those who can support you, and stick to your plan. If I were allowed to give online students only one piece of advice, it would be to ask lots of questions. For some reason, some online students will refrain from asking questions because they think it'll make them look dumb or they don't want to bother the instructor. In response to that, I say that it is your right and your responsibility to ask as many questions as you need to feel comfortable with the learning environment and the course content. That is what your instructor is there for, to support, guide, and direct you. Ask those questions. Most online courses offer ways to communicate your questions to not only your teacher, but to other students or to technical support people like myself who oftentimes can answer the questions you ask. Take advantage of any of the means available in your course to get the answers to your questions. Please do not be like Rachel, who called me in tears one day because she never figured out how to really get started with her online course in the first place. Rather than ask questions, she decided just to not finish the course, which resulted in her failing the course because she just waited until after the drop date to contact anyone to help her. Don't do that. Your success in the online course is one of the main objectives of my job. I'm here to help you. So again, ask those questions. A final trait of successful online students is that they give their best effort no matter what. Let me give you an example. Just like you, I was required to take many classes that were not directly related to my major. One class I remember in particular was an art class. I knew very little about art and I had no inherent artistic abilities, and quite frankly, the class scared me. The only thing that I knew to do was to dive in headfirst and give it my best effort. I decided to approach the class like art was the most important subject in the world to me. I found that this approach helped me maintain a positive attitude toward the subject, which looking back made me a more educated person, and I learned to appreciate the newfound knowledge. So my message to you is that no matter what you set your mind to accomplish, please approach each task with a positive attitude and give your very best effort. Do not expect anyone to hand your learning and your education to you on a platter. I wish that I could tell you that all of your online courses will be wonderful and your instructors will always be the best and will support you no matter what. But we all know that in reality, this is not always the case. What I do know is that if you are determined and you will not let poor instructors, poorly designed courses, or any other online obstacles interfere with you reaching your goal, keep your eye on the prize and push for what you want to accomplish. So let's review. People who are successful in online courses manage their time well. They also know to designate a study location. They learn how to balance school and personal obligations. They know to ask lots of questions, and they give their very best effort. So again, keep your eye on the prize and push for what you want to accomplish. These qualities will not only help you be successful in school, but in your future career. It is not too early to begin presenting yourself as the professional that you want to be in the future. So now that we've looked at a few of the traits of successful online students, please take a minute to complete the lesson activity below and earn your 100 points for this second lesson.